All right, let's get right down to business. Maker DAO event. So roughly 2 days after the restriction of withdrawals were announced, the Defiance released 2 different publications over several days that reported a $688 million, quote, realized loss that had occurred with the WBTC in the MakerDAO protocol. So this is substantial. Now, did this event occur? What have we done? We've analyzed the blockchain. We have not been able to identify that loss having occurred. Further, our people have worked with MakerDAO staff. They have validated the vault that would be in question of Celsius Network, and also that those losses did not occur. Further, we've reached out for statement from Defiant for a breakdown of those losses to peg them against some sort of source that we assume they had, because certainly we're unable to identify them. So it is either one of a few things. One, it's fluke reporting that should have never have happened. 2, it is a faulty loss, realized loss, that was added to their internal balance sheets. So what does that mean? If we had access to their internal financials, and they reported a $688 million realized loss of WBTC, and that did not occur within MakerDAO where it was supposed to have occurred, then that means 688 in USD value at that time of WBTC, right? W means that it was moving across the Ethereum blockchain, is unaccounted for. Now, let's bring this into a larger context, okay? It is our suspicion from the very beginning that Alex, the principal of Celsius Network, had in effect orchestrated, following the Series B, following the bifurcation of custody to earnings account, a means whereby to have a profitable exit from a company whereby he didn't believe would survive the bear market. Or possibly that he would have a more profitable exit plan through Chapter 11. Now, there's not more to go on other than to say that we've provided the vault address in the description below. We've also provided a timeline of events. So they restrict deposits. The Defiant comes out with this information. Now, shortly thereafter, we have new information that comes out. Now, it's not $688 million of realized losses, but that it's the potential brokerage of $2 billion of Celsius Network distressed assets to be sold somewhere to TradFi, an institution which we will name later. So, this is after withdrawals, before Chapter 11 filings, and not only did this occur for a fact, reported by Cointelegraph and several, or at least one other publication that we've identified, none which want to give statements about those articles, maybe because of the institutional buyer, if they bought it or not, who knows. But we know this to be the case for a fact. As we've been saying from the beginning, our sources are better than your sources. Our people on the ground know that a brokering of this purchase had been in the making. Period, end of story. We're not gonna out our sources other than to say that this was done out of country and perhaps it's snowy and to the north. That's all you get from us in regards to where the WBTC, be it 688 or more, or much more perhaps, have been embezzled. So we believe that large amount of customer funds had been embezzled. Alex Malinsky at the helm, to be sold out of country and purchased by a well-known US-based TradFi institution who just happens to be bullish in Bitcoin. I'm gonna end it here other than to say the following. We don't need responses, we need action. We'll be releasing videos every day if we have to, involving the progress that's being made behind the scenes. We have said this in the beginning. Promise once, okay? And do. Don't repeatedly speak meaningless words, as been the trend. So we are working with high integrity individuals who are looking for a way forward. We expect everybody with the skill, the expertise, the skepticism to head over to our timeline, to that site, a crowdfunding or a crowdsourcing site rather, where you can anonymously upload source documents that we've identified would verify certain points of criminality and perhaps help the examiner along. And if the examiner sees this, perhaps there would be a delay in the bid process by the judge. So this is a collective effort. We've been saying from the beginning, we go forward through cooperative, collective action. We do not go at each other's throats. We have one opportunity to set the standard of integrity, because we're in unprecedented waters, of how people in this space respond under distress. Let us be a beacon of light and not an example of how animalistic people can become when forced with taking a loss. The Maker Dao event, all the sources are below. Look on there, upload if you have information, comment if you can refine the existing items number 1 through 3. And don't forget, the co-founder of MakerDAO recently turned up drowned in Puerto Rico sometime last week. 29 years old, brilliant, and his whole life ahead of him. So go to our links, do your thing, go to Maker and give your best to their team. And if you can reach out to the family, you send them their prayers. We win by working together. We all lose by being divided. I depend on you to make the right decision.